Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another playthrough from AlteredConfusion. This time we're taking on The Last Door Season 2! That's right, we've already played through Season 1, so you know what comes after Season 1? Season 2. So let us begin! Previously on Last Door. Jeremiah Devitt, alerted by the suicide and mysterious letter of his friend Anthony Beechworth, went in search for the memories of his past that he had lost. Devitt discovered that in school he had taken part in a strange experiment. Its goal was to peek through the veil, the thin line between common reality and the world of horror and madness that lies beyond, under the watch of the Eye of the Bird. During his search, he was inoculated with the drug they had used back then. The serum made Devitt's mind travel for a few hours to the dreamlike realm of the Veil. There he met his old classmate, Alexander Dupree, who urged Devitt to join his cause and cross with him to the realm of the Bird. When Devitt woke up from his trance, he found himself deeply convinced by his friend's words. He traveled to Dupree's house, where he discovered his friend had dosed himself with a new serum, leaving a catatonic body behind. This new drug was capable of transporting the mind permanently to the Veil and beyond. Finally, Devitt found a vial of the serum and had it injected. He met his friend again in the Veil, and together they walked through the last door, entering a world forbidden to human eyes. Devitt's therapist, Dr. John Wakefield, worried by his patient's disappearance and strange visions, had sought the help of his colleague, Professor Johann Kaufman, an expert in the occult. Searching Anthony Beechworth's house, Wakefield and Kaufman found a disturbing returned letter in which Anthony had tried to warn Alexander Dupree of what could happen if the door was opened. He feared something from the other side might then come to ours. They are coming. None of us could prepare for this. The visions, screaming, were merely a warning. And now, it is too late. They are coming. Last night, I had the nightmare again. But this time it was different. This time, he talked to me. It was the same unknown street, void of any sound and life. I walked aimlessly, as if I were lost. Then I could hear it, the broken tromping on the wet cobblestones, the familiar sound of approaching, limping footsteps. Then, as before, he stood in front of me, gazing unrelentlessly, like he was expecting something. This time, he spoke. Give me back what he took. Nothing else. Give me back what he took. No, I fell asleep again. What time is it? Dawn already? It is time. It was several months since Kaufman and I had found that mysterious letter in Anthony Beechworth's house. A letter never sent, with a cryptic warning of what would happen if a certain door were opened. It bore only the name and the address, Alexander Dupree. Addressee Alexander Dupree. We felt sure Dupree was key to finding my patient and friend Jeremiah Devitt, who had disappeared in such strange circumstances. Troubled by the death of his friend Anthony, Devitt had visited the school of his childhood and had never been seen again. Kaufman soon conveyed to me his deep concerns and warned that I should conduct any investigation with the utmost discretion. He pursued his own research, though his thoughts and methods remained a secret. In his last letter, he requested that I visited East Hill Lunatic Asylum in London. There were reasons to believe that Alexander had been institutionalized there for many years. I was asked to confirm the hypothesis, and if it proved correct, to gather whatever other information might arise. London. East Hill. Season 2, Episode 1, The Playwright. Click. So this is East Hill Lunatic Asylum. I hope I can find information on Alexander Dupree here. Canada elects a new Prime Minister. Get your news here today. What can you tell me about this building? The asylum? I've never been inside. I hope I never will. It's full of crazies, you know. Have you seen anything unusual around here? No, but maybe if you bought a newspaper. Good morning, boy. Will you give me a newspaper? Yes, sir. It's 6p. I'm afraid I don't have 6p. Can you make change for a shilling? I'm sorry, I can't, sir. But you know where to find me when you have the coins. Son of a... Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. Alright, well, East Hill Lunatic Asylum. A few cardboard sheets lie on the bench. Each shows a perfectly symmetric design in black ink. Good morning. Ah yes, a lovely morning. Sunlight of a quite fascinating character. I beg your pardon? The light, it makes everything look different. You see, light touches things, soaks into them, and changes their nature. It makes them shimmer or makes them die. Do you live here in the hospital? I do indeed. My family is a generous benefactor to East Hill. They had me committed, but I don't blame them. They're just incapable of appreciating my art, or any art, for that matter. They mistake it for insanity. What are you drawing there? I am not just drawing, my friend. I am trying to feel the light, to translate its power to the surface of the paper. Those animals don't like it, though. They don't want me to succeed, so they take them away. They take my drawings, and they study them, and they laugh, because my eyes can see the light, and theirs are blind. But someday, everyone will understand. Who are they, the ones who take your art away? Ha! Those foolish caretakers, they hide behind a big mirror where they think themselves safe, and they look at me, they observe me, they even take notes. You have some curious drawings right there beside you. Oh, you mean these? They are the only art I make any sense at. The doctors use them to cajole some patients into revealing secret inner truths. I won't return them to the doctors until they've returned the art they've stolen from me. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm looking for a man who lived here some time ago. Would you happen to know one Alexander Dupree? The name doesn't ring a bell. I have not been here long, though. You should ask the other patients. They may be able to help you. Some have been here for many years. Or you could ask one of the others, the brutes who keeps us here. Would you happen to know where your drawings are now? I suspect they are somewhere in the archive, since I've seen confiscated items taken there before. You seem different from the rest. Can I trust you? I've been trying to sneak in for days now, but Miss Riswell keeps a tight guard on the door. I even stole a key from one of those guards, your doctor. Surely you could gain entry if you could recover my drawings. I would be so grateful. Here, take the key with you. I must go. Have a nice day. Ooh, I have a key. What's this one? Inmate quarters. It is time to discover what door has been opened into a world that no human is supposed to see. Who's this lovely lady? Good morning, madam. My name is Dr. Wakefield. I'm a psychiatrist. Excuse me. Oh my, good morning. Forgive me, manners. I get so excited when we have visitors. We don't get many of these days. Certainly we are lacking experts like you. What do you mean you lack experts? Every year we get less funding from the Crown. First the doctors start to leave, then it was the caretakers. Now very few remain. But we have a responsibility to our poor patients, do we not? We must care for them. They cannot be out living with the proper people. We must keep ourselves safe. And our patients too, of course. I'm looking for a man who used to be a patient here a few years ago. His name is Alexander Dupree. Did you, perchance, ever meet him?
Alexander Dupree. Yes, there was one with a foreign name. I remember something about him. A good man, if I recall correctly. An educated man. But there was something strange about him, wasn't there? I believe it scared some of the other patients. You never know with this lot. I'm sorry that I can't remember much. There have been so many people here, it's hard to keep track.
Have you worked here long?
Yes, a long time. I can scarcely remember how many years. Time goes slowly in here, and the isolation, the rules don't allow us to leave. I don't know what is happening in the world anymore, but we have our duty, do we not? Who else will care for our patients?
May I request access to the Institute's archives? There should be some information there about the man I'm looking for, Mr. Dupree.
I'm sorry, Doctor, but the archives are private. We must not allow anyone to access them without the proper authority. Many of our patients come from good families, you see, and we take great care to respect their privacy. But do not look so crestfallen. You would not find much in any case. It is a long time since they have been organized. I'm sorry, sir. The archives are off limits.
An oil painting portraying Dymphna, patron saint of psychiatrists, but also of those who suffer neurological disorders and victims of incest. She was killed by her own father, who chopped off her head after she refused to marry him when her mother died. Oh, that's creepy as fur. This must be the recreation wing, where patients relax and pass the time. Perhaps here I can find someone who met Alexander Dupree while he was institutionalized. Let's start with this guy. A man wearing a worn-out military uniform, lost in God knows what thoughts. Excuse me, sir. I could not happen but notice your uniform. Were you in the army? Leave me alone. You do not want to talk to a coward such as myself. Sir? Leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Sir? Leave me alone. I'm just a coward. Alright, let's talk to this person over here. Good morning, madam. My name is Wakefield. I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. The rumblings. She doesn't seem to have noticed me. I'm looking for a former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. Nihilist gaze. I'm looking for a man that you may have met. His name is Alexander Dupree. Oh, shite. Oh my. What a strong reaction upon hearing Mr. Dupree's name. She must have at least met him. How can I get her to talk to me? This dude. Good morning, I'm a psychiatrist, Dr. Wakefield. Quite an impressive institution you have here. Can I ask for your assistance? I'm looking for a former patient of this institution. His name is Dupree. I'm sorry, sir. I never heard that name before. The asylum is quite big, but I can't help noticing there aren't many patients around. Well, apart from those in the isolation ward, it's true that there are not many patients at present, but there are even few of us caretakers now. We're only 3 for the whole hospital. For what I've been told, in old times the income was enough to provide for everything we need, a complete staff, proper accommodations for the patients, and the best doctors. But as the newer, bigger regional asylums were built, the Crown support was gradually withdrawn from East Hill. Soon everyone started leaving, and this is what remains. Good evening, wet kid and Iconics. Maybe one of your senior colleagues could know something about this former patient. Well, you could ask Miss Riswell in the entrance hall. She's been here for years, maybe for too long. You know we caretakers live here with the patients, and we
Not allowed to leave the asylum's premises. This life can get to you if you don't take proper care. I tried to keep as much distance as possible from the lunatics. Well, thank you. In any case, I will leave you to your work. Peace. Peace. Into the door. What the hell? An unusually large mirror. A glass jar full of transparent liquid that may or may not be water. There's a coin resting at the bottom. Right, kid, you better make it up to us. That's all I have to say. A coin. Rectify it, gentlemen. Rectify it. There's a thin piece of metal holding the window open. Oh shit. Dark as the room is now, I can see through the false mirror. There's a man on the other side, heavily restrained, desperately trying to free himself. He has an expression of unbearable horror on his face. Well, that's interesting. Looks like a therapy log. Mr. Roan's condition has degenerated since the last session. He is restless, as if the morphine had no effect on him. For the last week, he has been obsessive, troubled for reasons unknown. The patient's dosage has been doubled to no effect. Dr. Wendell has been attacked and bitten in the face. 4 men were needed to subdue the patient, Mr. Roan. 3 markings were found on his body upon examination. Self-harm is possible cause. Mr. Roan is getting better day by day, both physically and mentally. His habits have changed considerably. He now shows an interest in religion, spends his time murmuring prayers, albeit ones unknown to my colleagues and me. Creepy. Alright, so how the hell... So I could talk to that dude about crazy man in another room. Nope. Alright. Get back to work, you son of a bitch. The warm decorations of his robe suggest a great deal of sensitivity to the patient's moral needs. A marble bust of Hygeia, Greek god of physical and mental health. The stone bust keeps the patient silent company. Give me a newspaper, please. It's 6pence, sir. Would like a newspaper. 6pence, is it? About the asylum. Yes. About the asylum. All right. You know there was always voices coming from the place at night, crying, singing, and the abbot's cursing like damn souls. That's the usual. This night was different. It was all silent, I tell you. Not a single noise in the whole street. I looked at the madhouse and saw all the windows black, no lights. Everybody asleep in that place? Now that's strange. Then I heard it. It was a scream like no other I've ever heard. Not a man or a woman, but a devil from hell. This is very curious indeed. Thank you for telling me. Sure. Goodbye, boy. Goodbye, sir. gotta stay in East Hill, so... Perhaps I can distract old lady Farcy Fart with the newspaper. Because she doesn't know what's happening in the real world. Huh? Why, thank you kindly. How thoughtful of you. Not gonna get to the damn thing? That's what I thought. This is the hospital archives, where a record of each patient must be stored. If Mr. Dupree was really committed at East Hill, his file should be here somewhere. It has been a long time since this desk was last used. It is covered in discarded papers and pens and a noticeable layer of dust. The drawers are all locked. The drawers are all locked. Fantastic. This cabinet contains many documents detailing the treatment of patients ranging from 2 decades ago to last year. His file is right here. Dupree Alexander, room 108A. All the files are missing. It is as if they had been torn out. Only a little piece of paper remains with an address written on it. Paul Street, 26. Could that be where Alexander Dupree lived before he was committed to this hospital? Paul Street? I should follow this new lead and see if it takes me somewhere useful. No, don't go yet. Don't go to Paul Street. I still got shit to do. There you go. Let's see, all the dates of this cabinet are prior to 1870. I'm looking for a more recent file. Metal locker, small sign reads seized objects. It's locked. Need a key to open it. Here you go, sir. Some personal effects, probably sent in by the patient's families, but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper, carelessly bound together, bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Snatches. Only a couple of pictures and their frames. Alright, sir, where are you? The artiste. Hello, sir. I have brought your drawings. Drawings? Here, are these your drawings? Great wonder, they're back! Someday they will understand light and shapes as I understand them. Thank you, Fred. If you want, take these cardboard sheets. Thanks to you, I have no more need of them. Ooh. Snitches. They actually look like... Yeah, that's what I figured. They look like, Seriously, if you have a second, watch my Pokemon Go video, my rant. That's basically the best way to describe it. And then share it with your friends and family. And enemies, sure, I don't fucking care. Off to Paul Street. Woo! Ominous lighting! This store is number 24. I'm looking for number 26. Number 26. This is the place I was looking for, but the door is bricked up. I must find another way to get in. Paul Street. It ends here at the corner. The windows are so thoroughly cemented over that it almost mixes with the facade. shit.
The ruins of an old chapel, apparently destroyed by fire. A mess of wooden planks and remains of benches and chairs.